You know what burns my ass? What really burns my ass? Flame about this high. And all these Facebook posts I've been seeing lately, it's a pet peeve of mine. Exercise does not equal fat loss. I keep seeing these different Facebook posts. 5 exercises to burn belly fat. The number 1 exercise to get shredded 6-pack abs. Exercises that will shed the butt fat. A lot of these are for women. For whatever reason, it's like women are targeted. I don't know if they don't work out as much as guys or just don't know as much about working out. Exercise does not equal fat loss. Hey, remember this: 13, 16, and 19. Your body weight times 13 is your caloric intake for the day if you want to lose weight. Your body weight times 16 is your caloric intake for the day if you want to maintain the size you're at. And your body weight times 19 is your caloric intake for the day if you want to gain weight. Now that's just the base. There's so many different factors: age, hormones, metabolism, thyroid. There's just a lot of different factors that are gonna make everybody slightly different, but those 3 numbers are a good base starting point. So let's take 2,000 calories and a person who is wanting to maintain, what size would they be? All right, 2,000 divided by 16. You got 10, it'd be 1,600, and then 16 quarters, the other 400. A 125-pound person with a daily caloric intake of 2,000 calories will stay the same. It doesn't matter. That person, typically a 125-pound person is not gonna be fat, but let's just say they're 4 foot and they're a fat ass. Whether they become shredded muscular or whether they remain a fat ass at 125 pounds, they're gonna stay 125 pounds as long as they consume 2,000 calories a day. So if you have a personal trainer that's telling you you can lose belly fat by doing specific exercises, or if you have a personal trainer that's telling you you can lose fat on a specific part of your body by targeting that part of your body, fire their ass. They're lying, they're scamming you, they do not know what they're talking about. Here's the way it works. People need to know this. I see so many people that want a flat stomach and they're doing crunches, they're doing leg raises, they're doing sit-ups, they're running in place, they're doing knee-high running in place, all kinds of things to work their abs, thinking that that is going to give them a flat stomach, or thinking that that's going to take the fat off of their midsection. That is not how it works. If you're 125 pounds and you consume 2,000 calories, you will remain that way. The only way to lose weight is to go into a caloric deficit. So if you, let's just say, are the fat 125 pound person and you're constantly doing these abs crunches or whatever kind of exercise you're doing, the one thing that could happen is the exercise itself could cause you to burn more calories. So let's say you do enough exercise to burn 300 calories. All right. If you do that and keep your calories at 2,000 and burn, and that's going to take you down into a caloric deficit. So you will lose. And what happens is a lot of people exercise, and because they're exercising, they lack on their diet. They think, oh, I'm exercising, I can eat whatever I want. So therefore, they burn those 300 calories, but then they eat 2,300 calories, and they stay the same. They don't lose any fat. That's just how it is. In order to lose weight, you have to be in a caloric deficit. So now here's the thing about that. If you are that 125 pound fat person and you force muscle growth and you keep your calories at the 2000, which is your maintenance, you will lose fat. But the key there is you have to force the muscle growth. You have to constantly improve, because what will happen is as your muscles get bigger, they are obviously going to weigh more. So therefore, as your muscles are getting bigger, your fat has to come down. If you keep your calories at 2000, it has to. Now, that works usually, typically for a new person who starts working out, that works in the beginning, because you get what's called the newbie gains or noob gains. So your muscles are going to increase. Therefore, let's just say you had 60% of your body weight coming from muscle and bone, and the other 40 was from fat. So now you are upping that to 70% muscle and bone and only 30% fat. So your fat would have dropped to 10%, okay? But if you do not continue to increase that muscle and to progressively overload with your resistance training, you're gonna plateau. And that's what a lot of people end up doing, is they plateau. So for example, if you go in the gym and you bench press 5 sets of 5, you're not pushing yourself for one. If you get 5 with the first set and 5 with the last set, you cheated yourself on the first set, because you could have definitely got more. As you go, your reps will drop. No doubt about it, unless you are cheating yourself on your intensity. So if you continue to force that muscle growth and remain at those calories, you will drop fat, but you gotta continuously, progressively overload. And that's it, guys. Exercise does not equal fat loss. Diet equals fat loss. Being in a caloric, or it doesn't even have to be fat loss. It could be muscle loss also, and water loss. To lose weight, you have to be in a caloric deficit. There's no way around it. How you get in that caloric deficit is up to you. You could literally just not eat and not exercise, and you're gonna lose. It's all about that caloric deficit. The second point about that is that you cannot determine where on your body the fat comes off. That is not how it works. Our bodies hold on to fat in a specific way. Typically on the extremities, there's less fat. So what that means is the midsection is where the most of the fat's gonna be, and that is how the fat is gonna come off of your body. It's gonna come off of your midsection last. So if you get down to where you feel like you're pretty good, but you just have that little pouch on your stomach, which is the big case of these people doing these exercises to lose belly fat, you just got to get your overall body fat percent on down. There's no way around it. It doesn't matter what you do. You could do shoulder presses. If you use an exercise to cause yourself to go into a caloric deficit, it wouldn't matter what the exercise is. You just have to consistently keep yourself in a caloric deficit and get your overall body fat percent down to get that last little bit of fat off of your stomach. There's no way around it. It takes a lot of time. Being in a consistent deficit for like a week, you might lose a pound. So if you're down and you got that last little bit, and that's all the way around the midsection, it could be 10 pounds. I mean, it could literally take you 2 or 3 months of consistent dieting to get that last bit of fat off. And then the thing about that is, once you begin to eat again in a caloric surplus, that's exactly where the fat's going to come back on first. It comes off in a specific way from the extremities out, and it comes back on in that same exact way. So really, honestly, if you just have a little pouch on your stomach, find somebody that thinks that shit's cute, because it ain't worth it, for one, to constantly be in a deficit like that and have to worry about what you eat. And it's honestly just not healthy to have your fat that low anyway. So that's what it is, guys. those are scams. All those little programs, exercises to lose belly fat, any kind of exercise program that claims that's going to cause you to lose fat is a scam. The only thing that is not is a diet program.